Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Amy, and before we do today's video, I want to show you my new outfit. I got this last week at Family Dollar. It's the nightmare before Christmas. And then I have some new leggings from Dollar General. I got them the same day. And I have a pocket here for my phone. It has a different phone in there than I'm using to record with, but I got them the same day, so I wear them together all the time. This is my third time wearing this outfit, but anyway, so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you might remember that in September of last year, I told you all I was going to try to get through all of these different activities in Hello Kitty's yearbook, and guess what? I did. So I'm going to kind of review all the different activities. I don't know if I'll go through all of them because it would be a really long video if I did that, but I'm just going to show you kind of the highlights, my favorite parts, the ones that weren't as much of my favorite, what worked out, what didn't work out, that type of thing. They were all pretty fun to do. I have nothing to show you craft-wise, but if you go back and watch a few of my videos, some of the crafts that were in this book have been featured on my channel. Alright, so to start out, some of my favorites that I did were the back to school craft ideas, and I did a video about this last year. It's called the notebooks. Alright, basically it was different ideas on how you can, when you go back to school, if you have several notebooks, to kind of make them your own. We had one that suggested you decorate it with stickers or glitter. We had one that suggested covering it in paper, kind of like a paper bag type of thing, and then decorating it. Then we have one where you dipped a pencil in yellow paint, and then you wiped that off and then dipped it in brown paint, so you make like a sunflower. And what was the last idea we had? I'm trying to remember. My memory's not serving today. Oh, it was kind of like a collage notebook. We did that one too. They were all really fun. The easiest one obviously would probably be the stickers, because you literally just find stickers and you stick them on there. The one that was a little more difficult out of those was the one that featured the brown paper bag. I got the brown paper bag like in a roll from Amazon, and I still have some hanging around somewhere. That one was a little more difficult, but it wasn't too hard. And there was also a little craft idea where you can take a hair clip or a barrette and then stick little buttons on them. That was fun, but I don't know what happened to that barrette, so I can't tell you. That was just one of the videos that I featured on this channel, featuring the book. We also had this idea, and this was just kind of like a little sketch area. It was the Trick or Treat original bag, where you were taking a paper bag. I took kind of like a little lunch sack, and you decorate it with markers, glitter, stickers, you know, just whatever to make it kind of your own. You could make it to match your personality, match your costume for Halloween, you know, that type of thing. That one was a pretty easy and fun craft. I'm not using that bag currently for anything. I still have it, but I'm probably going to use it for lip balms or something eventually. Okay, so in November we had, which I didn't feature this on my channel, but I made this banana bread for Thanksgiving breakfast last year. It turned out pretty good. It was really tasty. It exploded in my oven. It kind of leaked everywhere. I talked about that briefly in a video. It was kind of around Thanksgiving, but it wasn't like around Thanksgiving. And I remember I read these ideas for you during the Grateful, Thankful, Blessed challenge. I did do these. And then we had the wish scroll craft, which didn't turn out. It didn't really look like that. It turned out, but it didn't turn out. So that one was a little more difficult, or it was for me. Maybe I'm just wasn't being very bright with that. Okay. And I didn't feature this on my channel, but I made it for Christmas Eve. It's hot chocolate. I don't really feel like reading today, so I'm just going to put up the ideas for you. Okay, this was a popsicle stick frame. Super easy, and I made it for my mom for Christmas, and it was very fun. Basically, you're going to take some popsicle sticks. You can paint them or decorate them however you want. If you paint them, I would do it before you glue them together. You're going to glue 4 sticks together, and then you're going to put 2 more sticks in the position that you put your first 2 in. And then to the very bottom, you're going to put 1 more last popsicle stick. And then you can decorate it however you like. Put your picture in there. I drew a picture of my cat Garfield for my mom. Okay, and then this is some wrapping paper that you can make for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever. You're gonna use that rolled paper towel, or not paper towel, paper bag, and decorate it. What I did was an idea in this book. You cut an apple, and you pick whatever color paint. What I did was, or some of them, I made like a little wreath. So I had 1 apple dipped in green paint, and you make like a circle with the apples. And then for the bow on the wreath, you take another half an apple, dip it in red paint, and you make a bow with that. That was pretty fun. It turned out pretty cute. Alright, so... And we read I made the snowflake craft I featured this in Snow Much Fun, the video Snow Much Fun that I made. I didn't make it on that video or have it made by them, but I did make it. I don't know where they're at. They kind of some turned out better than others. And then that's the last of it. If you wanted a more in-depth version of this craft, you could watch that video. This was a spa day that they had featured, because apparently January 8th is Bubble Bath Day. Long story, but my bathtub isn't like usable right now, so I actually did all those ideas for a shower. It turned out pretty good. Alright, friendship coupons. I kind of did that, but I didn't give them out. But basically for that one, what you do is you write little fun ideas for Valentine's Day. And it's called the friendship coupon. You would say, for being such a great friend or a great mom or partner or whatever. So-and-so gets you can do like a movie night or dinner on the house or something like that, or dinner's on me. Okay, the Valentine's Day brooch. This was a fun craft. I did the last day of February. It turned out pretty well. I wish I grabbed them to show you, but I didn't. You end up with a lot of them, though, so I have more, and I know what to do. If I gave some to my mom and husband, I kept some for me and my brother and sister-in-law. Got a few. Alright, so this was a good idea from March. The edible dirts. It's kind of like dirt pudding, except it's ice cream. In place of pudding, you're going to use chocolate ice cream, and it tasted very good. Very yummy. Okay, the Terranium craft from April. It was kind of a pain. It didn't really turn out for me, but I made it anyway. I think part of the problem is, so we don't drink pop or soda pop, whatever you want to call it, in this house. Or my husband does, but we never buy like a 2-liter. So this craft, it calls for a empty 2-liter plastic soda pop bottle with the cap. However, we ordered Domino's one day, and I asked my mom if she can get a 2-liter of pop because I need it for a craft. Or I'd like to have it used for a craft. And she accidentally ordered a bottle, which, I made it work. It was just kind of a mini version. It just didn't turn out, and the sunflowers that I planted in there did not grow. But that's on me. I'm not a gardener at all, evidently. We read the jokes from the Tracy's Comic Relief little insert there it was called Jokes on You or something. It was a little short. They got some Mother's Day ideas. It says things that you can do for your mom for Mother's Day. Give her a back rub, write her a poem, read a story, make a cup of tea, that type of thing. Alright. We have this magnet idea from May, and that turned out pretty good and pretty fun to do. It was really easy. I'm going to leave it there for a second so you can read it. We had a pincushion idea here, basically. It's a tuna can or cat food can, which I always have, cotton balls, lemon juice, fabric, just things to decorate the outside of the can with. I made that for my husband because he is a cross-stitcher. The only thing is the lemon juice alone is not going to take care of the scent from the cat food, and I assume it wouldn't for the tuna, so you're going to need dish soap or something too, and you might have to let it set away for a few days. Alright, so this was, we're getting into summer months now. This was like a summer arts and crafts box idea that you could make for during the summer months. My phone's ringing, I'm sorry. It's a spam call. Okay, these were some slumber party ideas. I didn't have slumber parties on there, but I did theme a few YouTube videos in June around them. It's like a film festival, a sticker swap party, a beauty diva party, and then a cookie craze party. And these were the invitation ideas on the back. Let me show that up again in case you're interested in the party ideas. Because, I don't really feel like reading today. Alright, so I'll leave that up there for a minute. Okay. My phone's making all kinds of noise, I'm sorry. It's my phone that I'm not filming with. Alright, we have that. Those are the invitation ideas, stuff, how you can make different themed invitations. Then we have some exercise, fun ideas to get exercise as well on the page next to that. Alright, we're getting into July. This was an ice cream bar that we did. We did it the last weekend of July. Basically, it's kind of, which I didn't have, so it's kind of supposed to be like an ice cream party. And you're supposed to be the one supplying the ice cream, and then every guest brings a different topping. But my family and I, we supplied all the toppings, and my brother and sister-in-law came over, and we had a blast with it. Alright, so bird breakfast. I didn't use this for birds. I made it for me to eat, and it was really yummy. It's you're going to make a piece of toast bread, peanut butter on it, and then you use either bird seed or sunflower seeds. And you're supposed to hang it on a part of, you can hang it in a tree from your porch or outside your window, and then it's supposed to be like a little bird feeder for the birds. And I made that for myself to eat, and it was really yummy, but you could do it for birds too. Alright, so I showed you the beaded bracelet idea, and I did make the bracelets, but I forgot to put them on and show you, so in my next video, I promise I'll try to remember to have them on so I can show you those. But which we read that in I think it's a video right before this one, called To Bead or Not to Bead. Okay, then we had a soap idea. This one turned out for the most part. So, what you do is you get some glycerin soap, you cut it into 3 parts. Each piece you're going to put in a separate microwavable cup. Let it melt down, then you get some candy molds, and you pour the soap, the liquid soap that has melted, into about 3 compartments, because you're going to get about 3 bars of soap. 1 bar turned out more liquidy than the other 2, so that one turned out pretty well. The other 2, not as much, unfortunately. And this book also has little fun things, fill in the blanks, because for each month, here, I'll show you, I think February's blank, because I don't really know anybody born in February. But it says, see, it tells you a little bit about February, and then it has a space where you could put any friends or family that were born in February. And then it has some holidays listed down there, and then it has some fill in the blanks if you wanted to take it upon yourself and find more holidays for February or whatever month it is. But each month has that. I didn't know anybody born in February, that to my knowledge, but the rest of the month I did. So these are all pretty fun ideas, and I think I showed this before, but it's about basically like the different cycles of the moon. Then we have a zodiac sign or astrology sign part, and it has where you can make your own calendar. I kind of did this. I mean, I had my bullet journal, so that was kind of like my calendar, I guess. And then we had where you can have like a Hello Kitty themed party. I kind of did a few of those ideas for my actual birthday. I really did most of them. The only one I didn't really do, which I did decorate a Hello Kitty head to look like it, I didn't really design my own invitation because I didn't really need... It was just my mom and husband and me, so I didn't really need to make invitations. So my favorites out of this book, favorite activities, would have to probably be the banana bread, the notebooks, and the bracelets. The bracelets were a lot of fun to make, and I will almost promise you I will make a mental note to wear those bracelets on my next video so you can see how they turned out. The ones that didn't turn out as well or I didn't enjoy as much would probably be the wish scroll. And I enjoy making the soap, but it didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped it would. And the terrarium from April did not turn out, but that was probably kind of my fault for not using a 2-liter pop. Empty, that is. And yeah, overall, these activities were pretty fun. I give it 8 out of 10. I bought this on Amazon, and that would probably be your best bet if you're interested in getting this book for yourself or for any kids in your life. I'm a grown adult woman, and I found these activities very fun, but I am a kid at heart, too. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys are having a better August than I am. And you guys take care. Bye, guys.